it's quite important for us to kind of center ourselves back. We live a very fast life. I was talking to one of my friends and I said, my dream, if I didn't like run a business here or have the job that I have, I think I would move to a coastal city and like literally live near the ocean and maybe work as a teacher or something, because already I'm in education. So I would literally want to go back to such a simple life, because these phones, this technology, these laptops, the hooting, the screaming, you have to be up at a certain time, the fast-pacedness, AI, it's so overstimulating, especially to the spirit. And when we see certain events that are taking place, like the Soul Adventure Seminar, which is inviting participants to explore meaningful questions about life, purpose, and inner awareness in a welcoming and open environment. The seminar is designed for anyone who feels drawn to learn more about spirituality, personal development, and the deeper aspects of the human experience. Joining us this morning is Liza Vermaak, who is the Vice President of Eckankar South Africa and also a member of clergy. Liza, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, and a warm welcome to all your listeners.
So I'm excited to have this conversation because this seminar happens to be free.
It does. It is free to newcomers.
I like that because, some people also, they don't want a journey that's going to be too expensive. You know what I mean? They kind of want to walk in and say, okay, what is this all about? So the fact that you're welcoming them in that sense, I think is fantastic. But talk to us about this. Talk to us about the Soul Adventure Seminar, which, to be honest, I am so there. I am so there.
Awesome. So the 2026 South African Ek Spiritual Seminar is really a place where people can come together. They can explore spirituality in a very practical way. As you said, life moves so very quickly. And I think that people are searching for deeper meaning and connection. Our seminar offers talks, workshops, creative presentations that help people to discover more about their spiritual nature and their relationship with God. It's really about self-discovery, God discovery, and then helping people take that next step on their own spiritual journey.
So for someone who has never step foot in a soul seminar, a spiritual seminar, I think it can be quite scary because they realize that they're going to be confronted with themselves. What can one expect, especially as it's something that it also requires a certain level of vulnerability, right? As someone who is a seasoned practitioner for the Curious Seeker, talk to us about that.
So, it really is for everybody. You don't have to have any previous knowledge on Eckankar, or you don't have to be from any spiritual background or any religion. Anybody can attend. I think an Ek Soul Adventure Seminar is a spiritual occasion and a celebration of like-minded people. With our talks and our workshops and our discussions, people actually can come there, whether it's for a single talk, whether it's for one workshop, if they want to come for one day, for the whole weekend, to explore. You don't have any expectations put on you.
Wow. I think there's something beautiful about that because I think a lot of us are also searching for healing. A lot of us want healing. We seek to heal a part of ourselves that we are not addressing. And I remember, going on this journey as well, saying, I want to show up better for the people in my life personally. So how do I do that? That was really the big question to me. How do I show up? And I realized that it's not by pointing fingers. It's by looking within on the things that I need to work on to make sure that they're growing, right? I want us to take a break, and when we come back, I want us to kind of look at some of the objectives that we hope every attendee leaves with, because with events like these, it's like, you can't also expect overnight healing, but there's that change, that shift that we want to bring within them. It is 7:43 Central African time.
Stella Longwe pamalonje
ndiyetu apa tindikatswiri oyimba wa dziko la mozambiki amene ali Rikabana. Ndatiuzeni kuti mayimba chamba chanji komanso dzina lanu lenileni kuoneka ngati dzina limeneli ndilijatu atira pa stage. Dzina lanu kwenikweni ndi ndani komanso mayimba chamba chanji?
Ineyo dzina langa lenileni ndine Ricardo Musa Rabana. Chamba chimene ndimayimba ine ndi manganji, ndimakonda kwambiri ma tradition. Zimenezo ndi nyimbo zathu chifukwa kwathu kunoko tili ndi madansi osiyanasiyana a chimizi. Ndi ineyo poti ndi mnyamata wa chimizi, ndi ndimakondanso nyimbo za chimizi.
Ndinu a chimizi? Ndi makondanso nyimbo za chimizi, mapanganso za chimizi. Zosangalatsa kuti mwanena poyera kuti ndinu a chimizi, anthu amazibisa, anthu amafuna kukhala ndithu achitauni. Koma chikhalidwe chilibe chitauni, aliyense ndi chikhalidwe chake, aliyense ndi zimene amakonda.
malonje pa nthawi ya 6 koloko kufikira 7 koloko madzulo. Lowiruka ndi Stella Longwe.
This is the Oasis on Channel Africa with Ntsako Mhlanga.
7:44 Central African Time. Did you get a gift today? I did. Liza decided that she was going to give me something nice, something to contribute to my healing journey. Thank you, first of all. That was very, very sweet of you. I want us to get to something quite interesting here, because when we create events, when we put together certain seminars, there's always objectives. You know, there's always the reason why. What are some of the 3 objectives you hope every attendee walks away with?
I think for us, first and foremost, is a deeper understanding of divine love and what that means to live with that love each and every day. Secondly, I would say practical spiritual techniques that people can navigate the challenges of daily life, giving them more clarity, more peace. And thirdly, the experience of connecting with others that are exploring their own spiritual journey, which I think can be very uplifting and encouraging.
I think that's a beautiful one, because one thing that I realize about this human experience, and I call it an experience because it really is an experience, is that even when I'm connecting with you, right, there's always connections that you make. And sometimes you're able to see the level in which a person is willing to connect based on where they are spiritually. So if you're going through something, for example, people are not necessarily willing to connect because they don't feel like they can come to you with that level of vulnerability. What are some of the, and I know these are not part of the questions I was asking, but what are some of the misconceptions about healing? Because I was on a panel yesterday and I spoke about how my healing journey right now is so messy. I'm stumbling. I'm making mistakes with the relationships around me. I'm not as vulnerable as I want to be. I'm blowing up. I'm kind of like a landmine, you know? So you make the wrong step and I just feel like I blow up, you know? And I'm open about these things because I think we've made healing a very cute journey. Like you just sit and you meditate and it's like, no, sometimes you get triggered and you don't act the way that you had anticipated, or you don't act in a way that is indicative of who you are. So what is the misconception about healing?
For me, life is a school. It is about learning. And so our healing journey is also about learning. It is about learning about us. It is about the relationships that we form when we are ill with the people, maybe with the doctors or the therapists, or maybe the other people that are ill. We don't know what impact we have on other people. When we declare ourselves a channel for God, then God uses us. And maybe he uses us in a healing capacity. So that's why we have to be gentle with ourselves. We have a technique that we share called the hue.
Oh, okay.
So hue is another name for God.
Mm.
In fact, that's where the word human comes from.
Oh, wow.
And when we are at a crux in our life and we don't know where to turn, if we just sit very gently and just sing Hugh, like Hugh, Hugh. And what happens is we open ourselves up to that God current. And sometimes we will get these little nudges. Why don't you go see this doctor? Why don't you speak to this person? And when we listen to these nudges that are sent by God, then sometimes we get the healing that we desire.
And I think it's beautiful because you just kind of reminded us also of our power. I think a lot of us sometimes when we sit and we go through certain things, you feel powerless, you know. So the fact that the hue in human means God, we kind of have to identify ourselves with a higher power, that we are also part of that higher power that, you know, people either believe in or they don't. But you yourself are a higher power. What are some of the day-to-day things that we can do to, you know, attract this level of calm and healing in our lives? And, you know, also I think it comes to my next question where we speak about the mental wellness. I mean, how do we create a structured space to discuss spirituality and help reduce anxiety and isolation amongst many people?
I think earlier on you were talking about technology and how the technology is moving incredibly fast. But I think our spiritual needs remain the same. People still need love. They need understanding. They need a connection with something that's greater than themselves. And that space, that quiet space, that is, again, stepping sideways what our seminar is creating. It's creating that space that people can step away from that noise just for a moment. They can reconnect with their spiritual lives. The theme this year is loving as God loves.
Oof.
And that reminds us that we are soul, an eternal spark of God, and that we can bring more love and compassion into our daily lives, even during these challenging times.
Liza, what are some of the details? I mean, where can we attend? When is it? What can we also do to prepare leading up to it? You know, I don't expect everyone to be crashing out and then suddenly coming out to have the seminar like this. But what can we do to prepare?
There is absolutely no preparation needed.
Love it.
All you have to be is yourself.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Just be you. Come with an exploring mind. Be the seeker. Be the seeker of truth. Our seminar is taking place from the 27th to the 29th of March, and we are hosting it at the Diep Kloof Multipurpose Hall in Soweto.
Love it, love it. And you said it's absolutely free.
Absolutely free.
That's
like I said, whether it's
beautiful.
for the entire weekend, our registration starts at 8 a.m. on the Friday, but at any time you can come to the seminar. We are hosting some talks, specific talks for newcomers on Raise Your Spiritual IQ.
Ooh, nice.
So we have 3 of those talks during the weekend. So if people want to come and look and listen to that, then they can.
Amazing. Liza, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm really looking forward to a soul adventure. I really love the fact that we are now reconnecting with ourselves. I don't know what has happened in the past few years, but I think all of us kind of lost a little of ourselves, especially after COVID. We went through such a tough time, and humanity is seeking humanity again. So it's beautiful that you guys are doing this work.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It is the 7:53 Central African Time.
Channel Africa is moving with the times, and so is our WhatsApp line. We've changed our WhatsApp number, making it even easier for you to stay connected. Send us